What is the price of truth in today's media landscape? Could it be $20 million, or is it something that money can't buy, like an apology? So President Donald Trump is in a legal battle with CBS News over their 60-minute interview, the actual show, 60 Minutes, that they had with Kamala Harris. He is alleging that deceptive editing what's going on. So a mediator has proposed a jaw-dropping $20 million settlement, but there's a catch. Trump does want that apology, and CBS isn't budging. But this isn't about money. It's about media accountability and political leverage. So I'm wondering, did you watch that interview? Did you watch both versions of the interview? What are your thoughts on it? And what would you do for $20 million? So President Donald Trump claims that CBS News deceptively edited their 60-minute interview with Kamala Harris to misrepresent her statements. Now, if you watched actually the whole thing, you watched basically the one that was set on programming that everybody watched for the first time, you would see an interviewer to ask a question. Kamala Harris would bring up a answer, or at least she would say a statement, and then it would kind of go on from there, interview statement, interviewer statement, and you go from there. And it's like any other normal interview. But, however, if you watch the actual real version of the entire taping of it, the one that CBS is kind of hiding, you would see, and I've seen it, you would see the fact that the interviewer asked a question. Kamala Harris hemmed and hawed and went back and forth and circled around answers and basically wasn't really coherent. That's a weird word, but hey, let's look that up in the dictionary later on. All right, so this was all fantastic. And then you realize if you watch the actual side-by-side version, you're realizing the answers to some other questions are now actually used as answers for other questions that the interviewer is asking. So it's like, all right, how does that work in political speak? But I mean, a normal person wouldn't realize that. But again, in politics, like you can say the same thing over and over again, just 5 different ways and still be an answer to a question. So it is interesting to see them side by side and how they're doing it. And I wonder, what would happen if Donald Trump didn't win the election? I mean, would this even have come out? Would we even know about this? Probably not. There's probably a lot of stuff we wouldn't know about if President Donald Trump didn't win the election. So you're looking at this whole thing going, all right, is this something that happens all the time? Because really right now, I mean, this isn't about dollars and cents. It's not about $20 million. It's about principle, it's about pride, and it's about politics. So Trump's team is insisting on this apology, but according to the Wall Street Journal, CBS is unwilling to offer one. And why does President Trump want an apology? Is it about vindication or strategic move to weaken CBS's credibility? I would probably say, yeah, it probably is both of those things. If you know President Trump, he loves vindication. He loves having comebacks and showing that he's the best. CBS, they're refusing to apologize. But I'm wondering, is it because of their fear of they're setting a precedent of apologizing? I mean, I wonder, have they done this before? Are they confident in their journalistic integrity because of this? I mean, you wonder how many interviews 60 Minutes has done. I mean, it's been on forever. And you're like, all right, if this is the first one that they edited, I wonder. Could it happen later on? So I don't know. And then, so you're president of the United States. You obviously have other priorities. Do you even care about this $20 million deal? I mean, what's your political agenda look like? Are you going to double down on this? Because really it's coming down to the spotlight. But then, the big picture of it all, how will lawsuits like this shape how newsrooms operate and how politicians leverage legal battles for public perception? Because if this is like a one-off lawsuit or the start of a new era, I mean, this could really have major consequences for people doing interviews and doing podcasts and YouTube channels and Rumble and just everything else they do. So what should Trump do? What do you think? Drop it in the comments. Should he take the money and should he demand an apology? Take the money or not demand an apology or just take an apology for it? But there's a lot of different things he could be doing right now. And of course, it's not him, but overall, we got to look at this. This is something very important that could have ripple effects across the entire media industry. So anyway, $20 million in apology. Maybe it'll work. Anyway, we are in a world of headlines, but we're here to find the truth between lines. Between the lines.